It's another beautiful day here in the Shire. Over 100 years ago, North Carolinians earned their nickname from the old tar and turpentine trade. These days, it turns up on jerseys, road signs, and even in this regional dessert that changes texture depending on how it's served. When it's warm, the texture goes soft, almost like a pudding. Once it chills, it sets into the lightest fudge you've ever had. Unexpected, but just as delicious either way. And it's something we've never seen here in the Shire before.
What?
This time, Renee's making
Tar heel pie. Chocolate forward, lacquered topping, and a soft pudding interior. I whisk it together in one bowl, slide it into a pastry shell, and aim for that soft pudding set. And today I'll show you exactly how to make it. First step, we're going to roast some pecans, and I've roughly chopped these. They don't have to be that small. They're going into the bottom of this pie. And I have this pan heating here, and I'm just gonna put these in here for a couple of minutes just to give them a little richer taste. You don't have to do this step. They're delicious pecans, I think I'm saying it wrong. Pecans is what I've been told I'm supposed to call them. So pecans. We want the pecans to just brown up a little bit, and I have this on a medium heat, and we're just gonna let those sit there. While that's heating up, I'm going to get the pie crust that I've already made. If you want to see how I make a single pie crust, you can go here. And we're going to par bake the pie crust for this pie, and I'll show you how to get it ready. You want to put into the freezer after you get it in the pan for 15 minutes or so to make sure it's really cold and set. So I'll get that. So here is my pie crust, and what we're going to do with this, I've put it in the pie pan and I've poked it so air gets out. We want this to brown, so I've used a metal 9-inch pan. The oven is on 375 preheated, and I'm going to put this piece of parchment paper, which I've cut up, inside of here. And I've got some pie weights here, which you can get on Amazon. They're just little balls that hold the pie crust down so it doesn't bubble up and get all mangled in the pan. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pour these on there. Spread those around. And then for the first 15 minutes or so, I'm going to have this handy dandy crust protector so the crust doesn't burn in here. And it's got this really cool thing where you just put this down over. You can size it any size you want. And I'm just going to put this over, and we're going to let this cook in the oven for about 20 minutes or so until it's golden brown. So I'm going to put this in, and let's see how these are doing. This pan is steel and it's heavy. See, some of them are getting brown already. There's one that's kind of browned up already. Okay, I think those look okay. I'm going to turn that heat off, and I'm going to put those over here for the time being. Okay, so this has been in for about 28 minutes, I think, and I'm going to take this out. It's just starting to turn brown, which is what we want, and it's perfectly par baked. Oh, that looks gorgeous. And so we're going to let this cool. It probably will take about a half an hour to cool. You can bake this ahead if you want, so that you don't have to wait like this. But that looks really good. It stayed up, all the sides stayed up. That's what those pie weights do. And we've got a golden brown around the edge, and we'll finish cooking this once we get the mixture for the pie done. Have you ever heard of tar heel pie? If you've had it, what did people call it where you live? And where are you watching from? I love to hear these stories. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt some chocolate. We're going to put some butter in and some chocolate chips. And we are going to turn this on to a medium heat. We're gonna stand right here and watch that. That's melting really nicely. You can do this in the microwave if you want. I prefer to do it on the stovetop. I have more control and I don't have to keep opening the microwave to see if it's done, because I can just look at it and say, it's done. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of oil, neutral oil, whatever kind you prefer. Because it's called tar heel pie, I decided that it would be better if it was black because tar is black. I have this cocoa powder that I use that's completely black, and I'm gonna put this in today. It tastes about the same, and I'm gonna make sure this gets well mixed. And it's just gonna turn this a darker color than it normally is, and I just thought that would be fun today. We'll just make sure that all gets mixed in and melted well. It smells delicious. And that is mixed together extremely well, and I'm gonna just show you how this looks darker than it normally would, so I thought that would be fun. All right, we're gonna leave that right there for just a few minutes. And the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna get a couple of eggs and we're gonna break them into our bowl. And mix those up very well. It's a good idea to always mix your eggs up so they really mix before you start mixing anything else in, and then you don't end up with whites streaking all the way through. And it makes it harder to mix up. And then we're gonna add some brown sugar, some vanilla, and a little bit of salt. And another thing that I've added to this, a little bit of espresso powder elevates it. You don't taste the espresso powder, but you taste it, just mellows out just a little bit so you don't have that overly chocolate, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna mix all of this together until it's smooth. I want that sugar to dissolve a little bit. The heat from the chocolate's gonna help. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the chocolate mixture in. Oh my word, that looks delicious and it smells really good. Let's grab every drop of that chocolate. Don't want to waste our flavors. We have flavor in there. And just keep mixing that up until it's completely mixed together. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of flour and sprinkle it over the top. And we're gonna get that all mixed in. Whoops, floof. Get all that chocolate off the sides. Make sure that's mixed in well. And then I'm taking just a few chocolate chips and putting them in whole, just to give it some texture if it doesn't all melt, but it's cool. It feels cool enough so that it won't. We have our oven at 325. We roasted a few pecans. Whether you decide to roast them or not, we're gonna pecans. They're not pecans. That's how I grew up saying them, but I've been told they're pecans. So we're gonna put these in the pie on the bottom. And then we're going to pour this right in our pie crust. Make sure you get all of the yumminess out of there. Whoops. Oops, I got some on the crust. All right, so then I'm gonna take this sugar mixture. It has cream and sugar mixed together, and I'm just gonna go around the edge of the pie crust, and it just adds a nice color and flavor to that crust. A little crunch, little texture, and it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this in the oven for about, I'm gonna go for 20 minutes to begin with. So this is wobbling, and oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. You just want a thin layer of the insides to come off. It's not going to be completely done because it's one of those pies that's going to continue cooking, and you want it ooey gooey. It's like brownies. So what we're going to do here is let this cool for a little bit. But that looks, it's got a nice crunchy top, and it looks like brown. Oh, I don't want to wait. Look at the crust. See what that sugar does to the crust? It just makes it shiny and look like something out of this world, really, as my grandmother used to say. Okay, we'll be back.
It looks like a classic brownie bake, smells like one too. But let's just say this pie has other plans. Renee wasn't ready for what came out of that oven, and you won't want to miss it right after this. Vanilla ice cream on standby, but this moment isn't about me. It's about Renee, who's seconds away from one of the most confused and delighted bites of her baking life.
Okay, so now it's cooled down. It's still a little warm, and we're going to give this a try. You can cut this when it's still warm, but not hot. Let's see what we can do. Oh, this looks so good. Okay. Okay, let's... Oh, how's this going to come? Oh, what? Look at that ooey gooey. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Oh, look, you can see the chocolate chips. It's like a ooey gooey brownie. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. Okay. Let's give this a taste. It looks delicious. And when this cools, those Oh. It is so good. I don't even have words for this. If the pecan's on the bottom, and I can't taste the espresso, but there's a little, it's just really good. I don't know how to even explain this. And it's like, it's a pie. It's not as much like a brownie as I thought it was going to be. It's like having a chocolate custard pie, or except better. It is delicious. I hope you try this. Thank you.
Ready for seconds? Don't put your spoon down yet. Tap this video and Renee will meet you there.